Okay, hello, can everyone hear me? Hello everyone, everyone coming in? I'll try and keep an eye on those numbers, right? We'll get started in around about 5 minutes to give people a chance to join the link. Hello, everyone can hear me? Yes, people can hear. Nice, loud and clear. Nice. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes, just give people time to join. Welcome, welcome. We broke our record already for people in live stream. Okay. Right, get started. So there's enough people here. Nice. Hello everyone. Happy Saturday to everybody. I thought in today's stream, I thought I'd just do a little bit of work in our editor, take the mystery out of development for you. Also just ask any questions and have a chat with everyone, make sure everyone's okay. We're currently working on a new update that's coming out very soon. Hopefully I have an announcement for everyone for that today. But today in the editor I'm just going to show some stuff that's happening over the past week, and then just working on some of the map, Mercia map, and some resource stuff, some new resource technology that we've done. It's quite exciting. It's a little bit similar to how our ARC system works to make sure there's always enough resources for everybody. Show these guys here, these little resource nodes we call them. I've got questions coming in already. I'll quickly ask some. First one from Jeff Meister. So, is this the stream running PC? Because it's loaded from your console. Yes, yeah, this is the PC we stream on. I'm hoping it's not streaming 24 hours. But no, we only ever stream for about an hour on a Saturday. But yeah, we should be showing up on the broadcast channel on Steam, but it will only run. Otherwise, you're just looking at a blank screen. Please add full gamepad support. Yes, we're super keen on that. We did do a good round of gamepad support maybe half a year ago, and we're gonna have to do it again because we've obviously changed quite a lot. But let us know if there's any serious problems with the controller support at the moment, and we can maybe address those things first before we do a full gamepad support. But yeah, just let me know in the chat right now what serious problems you're having with the controller, because it should be pretty playable in its current state. Let's move on with these other questions here. Is this an MMO? Well, I mean, not in a World of Warcraft sense. Obviously, you're not going to find 10,000 players. And no, it doesn't always require you to be online, but obviously Steam does. So, but how we have it is kind of like a mixed architecture where you can play in your own client, but you can also join servers with lots of people in it. Servers can range between, I think 50 is the max. We have a few community servers that have a lot more than that. I'm not even sure if they run, but there's lots of servers with like maximum 50 player counts, so you could consider that an MMO. Lots of different instances running. It is designed for a multiplayer experience. We're trying to make sure that the game will can be played solo though. We know that's a big concern, especially with games like Rust, where people getting together and they creating tribes and causing lots of problems with the people that just want to kind of play for a couple of hours on the weekend. So that's kind of like a concern for us. But so in terms of like an ultra competitive MMO, yeah, it's not, but it's definitely got like a lot of online functionality, and you know, if you build a base online, it will be there permanently. So yeah, so I would say yes and no. It's an MMO. Hybrid MMO is a new trendy term. Yeah, I've heard that. Hoping that's better on the microphone now. So I've answered those questions, and until we get some new ones, I'll just do some little bit of work here, and you guys can free to have a chat. Free to have a chat. Yeah. We're also live on YouTube. I'll put that on a chat stream as well. Hold on. We're also live on YouTube. Sorry for the double audio. I think that's going to come up from YouTube as well. Let's get that. That is our YouTube link that we're going to be recording all these streams, so you can watch it at a later date if you miss anything. So yeah, let's get on with what we're developing today. So there's a few new enemies that we've been having a go at. One I'm particularly excited about is kind of like a flame oil bomb man. I call him a pyro. This enemy is going to be introduced in the new siege map, which we showed 2 weeks ago. I'm going to quickly spawn him in Homestead anyway, so you can have a look at him. The idea for this enemy is that that he kind of like throws these flasks of oil at you that create like fire pools, areas of damage that you have to avoid for a short period of time. To this guy here, they're kind of like there to purge the disease. So they're the best way. The kind of the backstory is that they feel the best way to purge the disease is just to set everything on fire. So they kind of use it as a weapon against you. So I'm gonna have a quick go on this guy now. Hopefully this will play for you. Yes, cool. You might start this. Just working on some systems here as well to get ore spawning in caves, but currently work in progress. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go attack this guy. I've got half health and not a lot of damage, just my fists. Right, it's this guy here. So his kind of job is just to stay back and create fires. You see some HUD changes we got in the background as well. You know, it shows you the health bar and all that. Ooh, that's really sore. He kind of engages and punches when you're too close, but most of the time he kind of like keeps a medium distance. He's there to kind of partner with other AI and cause havoc with you. Got pretty effective weaponry. I'd say he's kind of like a medium kind of difficulty kind of AI. Hey guy, what do you guys think of this guy? He's pretty sweet, huh? He's gonna kill me. Hold on, let's try and get a punch in there. He should be burning himself, or avoiding the fire at least. But get some of that. So yeah, see, he resorts to punching when you're too close, and then he tries to get back to range distance again. Well, yep, quite a tough foe. The idea is that you kind of like he's got like a weak exposed head, so you kind of want to go for that when you have the opportunity for headshots, which is another thing that we're currently working on in the background. Is to have like these kind of weak spots on the characters. Also, if you deliver a slash to like around the head area, you kind of get like a critical damage amount. So just to reiterate that, so he's one of the newer enemies there. And we also have a kind of a new logic for a shield guy. We're trying to create like a more of a clear mechanic for these guys, rather than just having like using just having a different version of blocking, they kind of hold their ground and keep their shield up, and don't provide you very many opportunities to strike. You kind of have to wait for them to do their heavy attacks, get out of the way of it, go for the head if you can, and then he's back to blocking again. You know, he's not taking any damage. Wait for his taunts to come out, you know, strike him then. So we're currently like, yeah, just going through the enemies, making sure they have kind of like a range and logic to really kind of yeah, challenge the player, you know. So you don't just resort on like high gear and weaponry, for instance. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to kill this guy. He's gonna beat me. Yeah, so he's kind of like some new logic there for a shield guy. So I'll look at some of your comments we've got coming in. Jeff saying that yeah, we're playing as pyros in game. That's kind of where I got the feeling that we should create these guys, because I notice players like going around, running around and throwing torches at people, so it makes sense that the enemy can do it to you. You know. Does his fire do damage to his allies? To his allies, you mean? Currently, no. He only damages the player. Yeah, we were having some tests, and you know the AI don't do a great job of avoiding the fire, so just to prevent any exploits of you getting him through fire and then, you know, getting his pals to run through it for some easy kills. We'll be out of the game for now until we can figure out them avoiding the fire. So I'm sure he'll be an easily exploited enemy. So yeah, I'll start showing. Show the final boss siege guy. It's kind of finished. He drops 3 items that are super rare. Let's see if we can get him up here. Yeah, so these are kind of the spawners we use. If you're curious what these little actors are, these kind of just force spawn an actor if you want to bring them. Otherwise, the AI majority are procedural. Can I spell siege correctly? What's going on there? Let's have a look through here. Where is he? Yes, this is him. So yes, let's have a go at this new boss. He's going to kill me straight away, but at least you get to see what he looks like. I'll make sure not to leave these spawners in Homestead, otherwise they're going to have a serious problem. Right, let's have a go at him. So yeah, the idea is that he has he guaranteed dropping 2 items, but there's a variation of there's 3 items that he can possibly drop. The helmet being the rarest. He's going to kill me straight away. He's rock hard. So yeah, the rarest item is his helmet, which is the winged helmet that he has. He also drops the Templar shield and his clothes, which are actually heavy armor. They're as valuable as the kind of the heavy tabard that we have in the game currently. These items are non-craftable, so the only way of earning these items is to kill and challenge this guy in the siege map. It's ultra aggressive. So yeah, there's no other way of obtaining these items is by killing this guy. Bring up these items while we're here. I'll kind of run through how we, while I'm showing this item, I can run through how we actually create items. So look through. Okay. So every kind of like data we have in the game is run by this little actor here, item actor. Pretty simple. I'm actually going to make that a bit stronger anyway. So durability is obviously how many hits the item can take before breaking. It takes an item name, you know, can it stack? These elements don't stack. Kind of the item level. This is all created by us by code, which allows us to, us designers to customize and create items on the fly. Give a quick description. You see all the little customizable options here. So for instance, like this armor, we want it to hide the hair because otherwise it will clip through. There's certain items like the bandana, you don't want it to hide hair, so you can untick it for that. Is it a plague cure, all this kind of stuff. Is it a weapon? Basically means, can you equip it? Cash value, the weight, what slot it kind of goes into. Is it even repairable by a blacksmith? That kind of stuff. Relic was an old system we used to have where only one version of the item can never exist in the world. And we have like the drop actor, so when it's dropped on the floor, what does it look like? This is another actor that's plugged in here. This is kind of the helmet here. This is kind of like what the item is on the floor, and then this is what the item looks like when it's equipped on the player. So usually it's the same. It's the same mesh or graphics. This is a new Winged Templar. Yeah. So what other options do we have here? Yeah. So that's the kind of what gets equipped on the character, and all this kind of stuff is all just optimizations and things like that, of that nature. Let's have a look at the body now. Templar tunic, northern heavy tabard. Okay, so this is the clothes of the boss that you can collect off him, and in here we can say how much armor value it has. Does these clothes actually affect the carry weight? For instance, if you were putting the next update, if you wear trousers, it can kind of give you more room to carry stuff like apply to your weight, like pockets and things like that nature. Is that a question over the armor defense value of the helmet, Sam? Yeah, the armor value of the helmet is 9. And for the tabard is 8. So the helmet is the rarest part. So I think that's the highest value we have in the game. If it isn't, I'll make sure it is. So this is the tabard. We apply physics to the cape, etc., and be adding some layers of fur and stuff to the. Yeah. So again, only way of obtaining these items is from completing the siege, which is in the next update. Yeah. It'll be up to you to maintain him. Don't lose him. Yeah, I think the armor value for this is wrong. I think it is meant to be a lot higher than 8. I can double check that stuff though. Double check that the gambeson is actually what Cap says there. I believe it's 7. I remember it being 7. I think 8 is the higher. I think 8's like the highest you can get in the game currently. So greater armor. Let's double check it. Oh, sorry, 10. 10 is the highest. Yeah, that's right. Don't think anything's over 10. It shouldn't be over 10. If it is, send it as a bug. Let's fix it right now. If it is, let's have a look. Saying the padded armor is 13. Let's have a look. Let's double check all these guys. Right, that's 4. That's one you can obtain in a shop. Go through here. Let's have a look. second. Bear with me. I'll search through every armor we have. Light tunic armor. Is it 3? Is this the one you mean? This one's 3, so I'm sure it's not this one. Yeah, 10 should be the highest, but let us know if there's a... Oh, you mean the bandit? Sorry, the heavy Gibson. Alright, okay, let's have a look at that. 7. There's 7 heavy Gibson. That is good value though, I should probably give that a little bit of a nerf. Got 7 armor value for that. I'll have a little look at rebalancing that in the overall maybe. I don't know, 7's kind of okay. I think it's later on in the bandit. Cool. Right. So I'll quickly show off these kind of new. So the resources, like, we're spawning far more resources now. I think in Homestead we have over 500, but obviously they're all low tier resources like sticks and stones and cottons and all of that nature. Oh, I need to get rid of him because he's gonna make my life hell. So yeah, example of, yeah, so you can see like lots of resources to grab. I mean, because there's a lot more, their majority are going to be single shot. Yeah, there's easily 300 resources now in this. A lot more berries and mushrooms as well, so you guys can make your jams and soup when you're starting off. So yeah. Hopefully this will kind of ease on making the server generate other resources easier as well, rather than having like chamomile, for instance, just randomly being the rarest thing on the planet. Now these guys are kind of built in a different system. It allows the other procedural resources to spawn more easily. Now let's give it a test right now. So this forest at the back here is so wood, chamomile, and things are like kind of like second tier resources. They're still a procedural, and more common guys are a little bit like the mushrooms and things like that. There's a lot more of these guys now. Through here. Okay, yeah, there you go. Straight away, we've got some chamomile, so that's a good sign. This stuff is a lot more ready available now. And wood is, I would never really had a problem before, but chamomile's definitely been, you know, addressed here. Like I found 2 already, so that's never been able to do that before. Oh, 3. Let's get a combo. Yeah, this is to help with the, you know, lower tier resource management was a bit of an issue before. Berries, I think berries in the past 6 months has really suffered. Like, really hard to find them. Yeah, so that's gotten a lot better. Berry, cotton, mushroom, yeah. The placement's stronger as well, a lot better as well. The a bit more localized to the forest and things like that. Which leads me on to another thing we've been working on is yeah, having ore mainly spawning caves. Just so, because yeah, for a while the gold ores have been a right eyesore. You know, right in the middle of a path, in the middle of a city is obviously a bit strange. So just having, I think it makes sense that expectation versus reality kind of ideals is that, like, you know, when you go to a cave you expect it to be like a mining area. So They won't be available in Homestead, only stone ores, but just for demo's sake, I'll show you. Yeah, lots of resources you can see. Yeah, as you go into caves. Yeah, so the ores spawning here now. So they'd be all nicely tucked up against the wall and stuff like that. So that's a lot more easy. I got some interesting bugs here, but yeah, less of an eyesore when they're tucked away. It allows us to, you know, balance them in a way that, you know, the AI are normally going to be protecting this stuff. So I have some of the harder AI. See some new UI elements there at the top of the screen. The bar kind of. Where's the other enemy gone? Has he disappeared? Okay, anyway. So yeah, it's a bit more localized area kind of resource kind of systems, just to, yeah, expectation stuff. Just prevent frustration, especially when you're starting out. Nothing worse than when you really just stick club and you can't find a single stick. That stuff. And then this allows us to free up the other resources to be able to place them more consistently, that kind of stuff. Cool. So yeah, tested that. Yeah, as Cap said, it is something we used to have. Like we used to have the ores mainly around the mines and stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be going back in. That stuff was quite fun. And hopefully when we figure out the nighttime stuff, be back to being the actual brightness it should be, in the caves being the right brightness. You know, going on a mining trip should be quite creepy, especially when you've got a few cave dwellers in there you have to deal with. Yeah, kindling, providing wood on mining. Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense. When you're cutting wood, you should be able to get sticks and kindling. I could do that right now. Actually, I can quickly apply that sort of stuff. That makes a lot of sense. You just have like a secondary chance on that sort of stuff. This is so that I can just create new item arrays here. So I want wood to be the majority, so I'm just creating a couple more wood items, because basically this is a probability game here, so basically just randomly selects between this array list here which item to provide the player when he cuts the wood resource. So can't spell kindling. So yeah, nice suggestion there. That's all done there now. So there's a good, not a great chance, but there's a good chance of kindling and sticks getting provided from your wood as well. I'll just make sure that actually provides a couple more items rather than it, just to prevent those instances where you just can get nothing from sticks from the wood resource. So break chance is, yeah, this guy. I'll just lower that. So basically that is, it's a 33% chance that the resource will break and not provide any more items. So I've just lowered that, so it will last a bit longer. Great, that's in now. Yeah, there's no additional stuff. We have been talking about how to, have two arrays basically. It would be really nice, where you have one that guaranteed provides, and then the other is like a secondary chance. That would be probably the best way of doing it. But we've figured out the kind of the lower common resources now. They should be around the world quite commonly now, so I wouldn't worry too much about those. Hopefully there'll never be an instance again where you can't find a stick or a bit of kindling or a rock around a path in the next update. Okay, quickly load up. create a sign here explaining the ore system to new players. Let's duplicate that signpost we have at the beginning. We're just going to have it outside the caves. Have it under that fire so players can clearly see it. Okay. Duplicate that. Cave ore. Place the actor. Okay, let's quickly change the quick description to explain this new system that we're doing, where, well, say returning system of ores being in caves. Tread carefully and carry a big sword as a play. Little tribute to Dawn of War there. I'll spell check that later on. Let's just see if that works. I mean, we definitely, yeah, I want some like kind of like heavily played guys in these caves, kind of give you that zombie vibe. You know, going through, just flashing their heads off, deep within caves. You know, having to deal with those enemies before you can obtain the ore that you need. Written notes, go check that. There you go. That's all in now. Just quickly explaining the caves at Mercia, such as this one, provide valuable resources such as ore, but also include many dangers such as bandits and traps. So tread carefully and carry a big sword. There you go. I just quickly built this path in before the stream started. Just to lead to that. You got a little signpost here just to explain the system. So there's some light game design there just to make sure that system is clear. So when you go to Mercia, you now know that caves is the place to go. I'll make sure that the ore in Homestead is stone ore variety only, just so you can't. And you still have to go into the dangerous Mercia lands online world to obtain the ore that you need: iron ore and silver ore and gold ore. Okay, let's quickly answer a few more questions. Yep, hordes of plague, yeah, I want a bit of that. Will there be any PO points of interest like in Star Wars Galaxies? Red Eye, I was quite a big Star Wars Galaxy player. Which ones are you referring to? You saying kind of like the questline ones, or do you mean just some interesting architecture that is kind of unique to the anywhere else? Because I mean, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars Galaxy, so any kind of reference to that would be great. Yeah, I mean, we have the quest system currently isn't quite fully functional. I mean, it's in, but you can't really complete them, and they don't require you to travel to anywhere particularly unique. So I think point of interest systems for that would be really cool. Like, you know, crash boats with a particular like rare item in there that you have to retrieve for the King and Queen of Mercia. 7 years, Oof, Night Sisters, that brings back the Force Charred Night Sisters. I didn't grind on those; they were too hard for me. I was a Quenker man, Quenker and Dathomir. I can't remember the grinding those guys out. 3000 XP a piece. Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies brings me back. Any news on things on the roadmap about improving translation? Any news on that? Yeah, so obviously we made loads of changes recently, so the text is probably going to need another look at. I can't comment how soon that is, but it will definitely happen. It will need to happen. Tons of changes happen, even to the tutorial. So, Bothan Elder Jedi. How dare you make a Bothan Jedi? I prefer the days where there wasn't no Jedis, or there was only one. Anyway, sorry guys, distractions here. Cap, we got catacombs. Yeah, we do have landmarks. We have Blackgate's obviously a great one. Yeah, you're right. We do have points of interest. Blackgate's a very unique area. It's on the map, and you have to quest there. The idea is that we're going to be interested in like the assault on the North siege map. Be introducing these places you can travel to, like hugely unique. So we kind of go exploring that route. Like little instances you can do with yourself or a little group of friends trying to earn really rare items. So yeah, Cat was a good point. We do have, especially towns as well. Towns are really good points of interest. They're pretty unique. Yeah, there's plenty of points of interest for loot. And exploration wise, we're pretty good for that. We've got lots of that. Have you played the game, Red Eye? You played the Black Death? Catacombs are really a lot of fun actually. We used to have the relics in there. Which are extremely rare items that only can be one on the server can be obtained. Kind of like a sword in the stone kind of vibe. Alright, great, yeah. Oh yeah, no. If you enjoy Star Wars Galaxy, I mean, we base the professions on Star Wars Galaxy system, so I mean, I'll give you a bit of gameplay now. This level we were looking at here, this is kind of the map you start in. This is a very small kind of tutorial map, named Homestead. This is kind of like you're safe to like rest in here and build your own little empire until you're ready to go online and meet the dangers of the outside world. Yeah, there's shops and things like that. You're free to shop and sell your items until you're ready to deal with the big players online. Start building some empires. Cap, would be any chance in random friendly AI run Homestead? Currently with the same two guys over and over again. That'd be interesting to swap out the shops, make them seasonal. Oh, we had an idea a while back, create a rare event for like a large market they would only show every so often. So yeah, we could probably tap into that system, and yeah, I mean even just to vary them visually, like you said, would be good. But having like actual seasonal shops, like the fruit guy's only there a couple of hours a day, and then he swaps out for a vegetable merchant, that kind of stuff. Sam, please add Earl or Blacksmith to Homestead so we can sell weapons with armor we pick up in Siege. Ah, yes. I mean, you should be building an anvil in Homestead, surely. That can't be too much. I'm just going to quickly give a quick, building demo anyway, just for people I'm not aware of how the game functions. So basically, this is unclaimed land or unclaimed territory that you can kind of, and these are all over Online World as well, so you can kind of like, quickly, I'm Scottish, I'm going to call it Scotland, I'm going to buy the land. This just prevents anyone else being able to build here. And then I can smash these debris up here. These provide basic resources, and then we can start building. Let's find some sticks, let's build a wall. Yeah, I love it. This is already better. That I can just straight away find sticks that I need. Rock, stick. Would be a chance kindling, wouldn't it? Yeah, you should be able to. You should be able to. Yeah, the idea is that you kind of go online. Sorry, Sam. To answer your question, the idea is that you go online to, unless you're trying to avoid it. But the idea is that you go to Mercia to get kind of rare items, kind of treating like a raid to bring back home. We're dealing with some carry weight kind of buffs at the moment to make sure you can actually carry it back easily. The idea is that you kind of go into Mercia, obtain rare materials, bring it back if you want to, and build up your kingdom at home. I'm getting bad chances here. Yeah, Sam, that's a really good point. Yeah, the tutorial should probably include everything. The homestead should include everything easily accessible in this tutorial. That's a good idea. Yeah, we only just really started getting around this new system here, so I think I'll double check that all the items in the tutorial are available in this first part. That's a great point. I'll make sure that's done. Gonna quickly build a really bad wall. Wattle wall. So again, if you're not, what would the player economy be like? Economy isn't driven by, it's kind of set by us, so gold doesn't go up and down depending on player trading, but players can trade, they freely can trade between each other. They can create shops if they wish, especially if they're in the artisan skill tree. Buy and sell items to NPCs, other players, that kind of stuff. Let's maybe just start building a doorway here. So I'm just going to quickly build a wall. Okay. Good stuff. Then you can burn it down if you wish. Yeah. I mean, we like to think we're one of the first survival games that introduced economy as a system into it. We've been out for a little while now, so there's quite a few higher profile games that have done it. But it made sense to us that we actually added gold value to thing items in the game, especially Medieval World. Yeah, I quite like our economy system. It is easy to understand. It's kind of like similar to Skyrim in a way. Let's go kill a bandito. Quickly level up my health before getting in a fight. Again, if you're not aware of how the game functions, these are the different professions you can learn that provide new recipes. So if I learn to be a doctor, I'll unlock a cotton swab, so on and so forth. Learn cooking. You can mix and match if you wish, or you can just go all in and just master one. The points required to learn these levels later on are really high, so it is quite hard to like learn everything early. You usually have to kind of master one. This is probably the best route. I usually go for smithing. Can't be a bit of armor and weapons. Keep the questions going, guys. They're good. Oh, this is the burnt debris. You can break these down. You see the guy. There's change to the HUD there for health. Very swish. Just drop these debris here. We can just bring some sticks. I can break that down and make a wall that's actually functional. Stats for items. It's Red Eye. I'm currently in my offline kind of homestead, so this is kind of like a smaller world. The online world is actually this large. So the homestead, this area that I've been exploring, is actually around about this big. This is 8 kilometers squared, so you know, haven't left this small circle that we have here. Yeah, these are the points of interest that, you know, where we have Duffus Ruins and Bayek Fort. Blackgate's up there. Frames Meadow, you know, this is all very uniquely crafted. You know, the environments aren't procedural, so this has all been handcrafted by the artists. Yeah, provide kind of like a unique survival experience. We didn't really want to have that kind of American wildlife feel where it's just you know, nothing but grass and flowers. Cool. Other questions go here. Focus has been on Homestead and Siege lately. Do you have a plan what direction to take with Mercia? Yeah, like what I've been saying with the ore stuff, I want to add more rare items, like new things to craft that require rare items that need to be obtained in Mercia. So I need to create new locations for that. Another thing is, yeah, once the quest system's fixed, I want to, you know, start adding more points of interest in Mercia for quests. I think I want to kind of really push questing for Mercia. So just because I think it's a great place for it. I'll have 2 headshots there. I like the added danger of, like, you know, players running around while you try and compete for missions. So quickly recraft the club here. So yeah, we're adding points of interest and pushing the quest system basically. Will we ever see the sun again? No. 100 years of bad weather is the famous line of the Black Death, and that was a problem they had back then. They hadn't seen the sun in 100 years in Western Europe, UK especially, in England. So just another 97 years maybe. Where's all the enemies? Deer there. I've realized there's no audio coming out of this game here. There you go, got a bit of audio there. Silly me. Stick around for another, you know, 20 minutes, guys. You got any more questions? So you hang out. Sam, talking to tutorials similar to experimental beta where you had stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, you literally mean like a demo level just to show all the possible items. Yeah, I mean that would require. I'll have to think about that one. That's an interesting point. Yeah, just be able to like have a showcase of literally just going up to like, oh, this is a wood axe, and you build it. I mean, I quite like the emergence in the system in the game right now, where you just kind of discover things and what they're for. It's just, I guess, the pacing is kind of slightly off. You want to be able to learn and reveal things faster than they are currently. Who's that over there? Let's go. Smash him in. Ow. Down he goes. Let's go sell that. Build my water wall. Yeah, Red Eye, yeah. No, yeah, they are big. To be honest, I think I pride ourselves in how many points of interest we have for a survival game. I think we got more than most. And then obviously they added on top of that we have player built locations, which, you know, some crazy big cities out there that people built. They're really impressive. Rivers and lakes. Yeah, I mean, we have fishing systems. The boat. We have a kind of a boat guy who used to travel between different lands. I should be able to show his functionality. So when you start in Homestead, which is your offline kind of instance, you use him to travel to different areas throughout Mercia. One being the the online Mercia, and then siege map and things of that nature. This guy here, he travels on the boat with you, the ferryman.
I've got things to sell if you have the gold.
These values on balance, yeah, but like for instance, the siege costs money to travel to, but Mercia, you know, is free. Yeah, boat reskin horse, but for boats. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we did a little tech demo trying to figure out possibilities of having like a boat that just trips up and down the kind of like the main rivers of Mercia. This one here, pretty fast speed. Players can just jump on and off. Might be a nice little idea. Might do that. Red eye, yes, we do have traps. We have a couple little traps, like holes in the ground and things like that, and something we're pushing still at the moment. Fire pits, for instance, another thing. Wooden spikes. Players can actually build traps as well. They can build wooden spikes. Let's kill this enemy over here. So yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, you shouldn't just have. I mean, these are all low. Oh, that was a headshot. These are all kind of low tier enemies, so they go down pretty quick. But we do have a large variety of enemies. Quickly go sell my loot here.
Hi there! I've got the best prices around.
Level up my doctor. Craft a cotton swab. Let's buy some food.
Good to see another person interested in buying something.
That was again, everyone who's not seen this game before, the daily bonus survival. So basically, if you manage to survive a certain amount of days, you get some, you know, wages bonus and XP dump. Quick heal up there. Deal with this guy here. Get another headshot in. Oh, he's not looking? Oh, oh. Pay attention, guy. Great. in the chat. Sam, I like the relic or caravan etc. events, but don't like running all over the map for them. Can you have enemies spawn in a location? Yeah. So while we're doing like a pass on getting resources to feel a bit more localized to the areas that make sense, for instance, like the ores and the caves and stuff like that. I mean, we do have like evidence of that with enemy wise that we have currently right now is like the mercenaries inside these camps they built, military camps around the world. I definitely would like to push that further and have more of that kind of stuff. For instance, if you do want to go and fight. But mainly the kind of siege map stuff is kind of meant to serve that feeling where, like, if you feel like you're ready for a big fight and you know you want to go somewhere instantly, go to the Boatman, jump on that siege map, give it a run. But yeah, we'll make sure that we kind of serve that feeling in Mercy as well, where, you know, if you want to have Blackgate, for instance, is a good, more of that would be great. The siege map is not only just a new bit of content, but it's provided itself as a really good test to show that this kind of that kind of content is successful, and I think it is actually quite really enjoyable. So it's proven, and it's shown a lot of issues that we actually had with the game before. Sam, 8 minutes, nice, very good, impressive. I mean, I've made it a bit harder now. It should take you a bit longer with the new. Don't know if you saw the new flame enemies and shield enemies, but Red Eye, I feel like players rush building and leave the game, things look dead. So static places. Yeah, we have a lot of static places. Let's load up the main world. Let's get with this. Let's play in the Mercia. Might as well show off the world we have. Have a look around. Have a look for some ideas, maybe we can chat about different locations you guys like and sort of NPCs you'd like to see there, since we're talking about that. Any plans to try and make interaction morphing, be it trading or PvP? Do you mean like a universal trading system, like a kind of like WoW and Diablo, that kind of stuff, or do you mean just player to player stuff? It'd be nice, you know, player to player trading stuff like we used to have. Yeah, right now I'll show you some of our really nice locations we have. I'm quite proud of them. A lot of work gone into them. Ah, okay. You mean Cap? You mean just areas for them to trade in public, kind of gather at? Yeah, it'd be nice to have like a trading board. We had an idea a while back for, like, you could post items you want to sell, and then when you log in, it provides you the money you made from it. So I like people building shops inside their giant castles, but they just keep locking the doors, so I guess there's no open trading going at the moment. So yeah, one of the beginning areas. Freeman's Port here. One of the bigger trading areas. Lots of friendly NPCs, anvils and weapon merchants and things of that nature. Things that Cap was mentioning, kind of the catacomb areas. Let's just cheat through here, let's try and find it. Where am I? There we go. So this is one of the point of interest areas we have here. yeah, so this is the Catacombs, the west side of the map here. Yeah, we're viewing this in daytime, so it's usually quite creepy and dark in here. Lots of enemies and loot to be had. There's little quest areas you can go on basically yourself. Self-assigned quests, I call them. You know, you don't really have you've not been given a direct goal. You just kind of explore it yourself, and then you have these kind of like abandoned churches, kind of points of interest around the map, which probably provide one of our rarest commodities, and that's workers that you can rescue from these kind of like jails here. You can break them down, rescue the prisoners, and assign them to your kingdom back at home or online, whether that be like a guard or a shop guy or a trader, peasant, you know, farmer. So you can kind of rescue guys in here. You know, lots of points of interest like this, and you got the different cities around the world. This is Crutchley here. Some food traders, some strawmen to practice fighting on, and some houses to raid. You know, break down these barricades. Yeah, pretty dense. Lots of these locations around the world. These are the player-owned areas. And capture these. And then the forest where the resources are. Yeah, we'll make sure to, we'll get some quest systems in for Mercia. I think that's gonna, it's just how we deliver them to the player. I'm gonna have like quest givers, like AI that actually provide them for you. They're gonna be under like the theme of like working for the King and Queen of Mercia. Kind of accept the quest, and then you go to these kind of like unique locations around the map, and then hopefully each quest will have some kind of rare item tied to it, whether it be a prisoner or something new. Yeah, good idea, Red Eye. We need achievements is something that's going for. Haven't actually started yet, so being able to visit these locations, get achievement would help. Let's go to the big city over here. This is the capital city here. Yeah, no, quests aren't really functional, Jeff. Or Jet Flame. Is it Jet Flame Master? I'll make sure that we'll let you know as soon as they're working in the update that they are, and then they'll be a bit more structured as well. They won't just be random notes on boards. They'll be you know, provided by AI and things like that. Have stronger themes. Alright, I'll just call you Jet. But yeah, the idea is that, yeah, there'll be these small instances like Siege, and there'll be more then to come for kind of like more mid to end game challenges, and then questing within Mercia would be the kind of like, you know, and obviously owning the whole land. That's probably the best end game we have if you want to like create a guild and own the entire land of Mercia and be the king. That's probably the biggest challenge I think we have in the game, ongoing guild warfare. Jack, you only currently have one quest. Yeah, it's kind of... So currently in the game you can only have one quest, and when you accept another one it kind of cancels and then provides the next one. Chaining them, not so sure, we'll have to think about that. I would like, it'd be pretty cool if you could accept a few and they kind of like chain up and they display on the right, like how we used to have the tutorial kind of show you like 3 at least. But we'll have to think about that. Bloody White Fox. How many people are on the team? Yeah, we kind of float between 4 and 6. So we average in at 5. You know, programmers, designers, artists. We're mainly what's the right word? We wear many hats. So an artist would do a bit of design work, and a designer would do a little bit of artwork, and a programmer would do a little bit of artwork and all that kind of stuff. Cap, owning regions of land planned or still in the works? Yes, so to really push, so I really like the claim system we currently have. I think it's solved a lot of problems with like exploitation and things like that. So another thing I want to do is the more of these you own, we're going to tie it to like renowned reward systems and things like that. I mean, this is all just kind of in the pre-production phase. If anything, it's just basically words at this point, but the idea would be nice to, like, you know, if you own a lot of these in the area, for instance, let's zoom right out here. So this area here in Queen's Crossing outside Raven's Reach, if you own a couple of these guys, if you own say you own all 6, you'll start getting renown bonuses for that. Another idea is obviously like actually capturing and holding Raven's Reach itself, and then gaining the bonuses from that. But that's a discussion for another day. You know, I imagine it would work kind of like, you know, this would be player built here, and then through here, and no one's ever seen through here yet. I mean, it's very incomplete, but there'll be a claim here which you can own, and then that will provide you the benefits of owning this region, the Raven's Reach, and you'll get all the gold from all the, you know, as the shops sell, you'll gain all the renown and gold from that. All the profits from the town can be claimed by the owner here. But obviously that's going to require, that's very end game stuff. That's going to require 24-hour protection. You know, once anyone can smash this down, they can take the claim. Obviously, if you haven't bought any guards or anything like that. But that's kind of like what I'm thinking for owning, not territories, but owning like counties, if anything. Owning Mercia itself. And obviously maybe it'll be a secondary requirement where you actually have to be king to own this kind of, own the capital and gain the bonuses from that. So kings are fighting over, you know, yeah, kings and queens will be fighting over this kind of area. And then that'll be viewed on the map. You know, like, oh, the king owns this kind of, the king of Raven's Reach is so and so. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, I'm probably going to talk about claiming these kind of neutral grounds rather than the. Yeah, because there's 2 systems we're discussing: is either whether owning the territories or owning these kind of like neutral areas. But yeah, I mean, obviously a concern is to make sure that, yeah, like I'm always worried about, especially I play a lot of other survival games, there's lots of issues of teams getting to get, rather than, because people monopolize pretty quick, and when you have systems like this, where they, you know, rather than competing with a group, they'll just merge with them, and then you'll end up having this huge group that's unchallenged. So that's something that I'm always worrying about, you know. But yeah, that's the beauty of guilds, you know, they combine, they fall apart, drama, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, again, this is a long day down the road. I wouldn't worry too much about the systems for now until we figure out the base game. Red Eye, would love you to take the CSR and let them run major city static cities, which get to special events at their own static town or city. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Like the mayor system in Star Wars Galaxies was pretty exciting. I quite like that. You could, you know, add quite a lot of control of player built cities. But yeah, I imagine once you do own these kind of regions, you'd be able to like decide what kind of markets you have. Like, oh, this you know, swap it out to, oh, this is food, or the guards are here, and this kind of stuff. Right. Right. Let's back to Homestead. Yes. Let's see if these guys work. Do a little bit of testing if you guys don't mind. Sam, yes, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that now. Actually, I'll see if I can figure that out. So Sam's asking, in Siege, in the Siege map currently, there's archers on actual towers, and makes them a little bit harder to get, obviously, and gives them better advantage. And he wants to be able to place his own archer guards in his own towns on his own towers. So that makes sense. Yeah, we actually have figured that stuff out now. So I just need to make that fix in there and get it done. I'll have a look now, see if we can do it. Like, yeah, Sam, you mean like, yeah, wooden towers, castle walls, that kind of stuff? Yeah. And we've improved their navigation, so they should be able to, like, you know, still maneuver around and on the castle wall, for instance, but they shouldn't move too far from it. Right, let's quickly place a tower wall here. I can easily pick it up. Wooden tower. So like find them. I've gone past it. Okay. Wooden tower, right. Yeah. Yeah, we figured that one out. Be able to place the guards on these kind of platforms here. That'd be really cool. Cat blisters and catapults. Yeah, that should allow you to build anything there, to be fair. You might be able to build a tower on top of a tower. I'll try and see how to prevent that, but yeah, I think if you're able to build an archer guard down, you should be able to put down things that fit. I can't guarantee a trebuchet, obviously too large, but yeah, you should, once we get the fixing to be able to place archers up there, you should be able to put blisters down on them too. Yeah, blister on that tower would be really sweet. Red Eye, thanks for buying the game. Yeah, hope you enjoy. We've got an update coming out really soon, by the way, so I hope you don't mind doing a double download. Game's pretty optimized size-wise though, so I think we're running a couple of gig. Yeah, no, blister on this would be super cool. I just kind of see if it actually even fits. See what happens. Let's just try it. Put the tower down and just see if we can fit a blister in here. That could totally fit. Yeah, it's usually been by collision, so we can just check that. Yeah, it'll be tight, but it'll work. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Yeah, we'll see if we can figure that one out. Yeah, it actually looks like it works. It looks like it's meant to be there, right? So you got like an extra bit of a platform here. You can shoot from here. Just the carriage stands there. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that'd be really sweet. Worst case scenario, like maybe we can figure out. You know, you can combine them together, and you can create your own ballista towers. Actually, that'd probably be a lot easier. But we'll see if we can get this working first. But if that doesn't work, I'll make sure that you can actually maybe you can combine them, create a new item, which is a ballista tower that is like, you know, has this stuff. Because imagine this would be a little bit annoying. So I'll get rid of the beams to be able to fire the ballista in any direction. So maybe the ballista tower has like, we'll work on the design so the supports are out the way, so give you full view. Yeah, it'll be really sweet. It really works. Sorry guys, I think my mic cut out there. You guys hear me again? Okay, great. Yeah, anything else I was saying? Yeah, so if worst case scenario, we'll combine the tower with the ballista, and it's his own buildable item to give you a better view arch. Like we'll remove these beams, so you can kind of aim in any direction. Yeah, like so. Stonehouse gate needs an arch over the top, so I can put it around the stone house. So look at that. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Is that how you mean, like an arch over here? Yeah. Oh, it's getting crazy now. AI, ballista AI. Oh, but we can have even another combination of a guard contract combined with an archer guard contract combined with a ballista, combined with a tower, all mixed together, creates an AI that automatically fires a ballista. And I feel real bad for those. I can already imagine the trolling possibilities of just sticking these dangerous automatic firing ballista towers around your base so that new players just run past and get absolutely blasted. But, that would be super cool though. Ballista guard would be really badass. I'll have a think about that one. Yeah, that would be very cool. Let's see if I can give this a go. Let's see what happens. This might crash, guys, so it's quite experimental. We'll see. Armor floating tower. Right. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Like the idea of that. Yeah, we'll just have to get rid of that. Get rid of the support beams. Interested in nuke that bandit over the distance. Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, Sam, I'll have a look at adding the arch to that stone house. That's a very easy fix. I'll have a look at that. It's got me curious. I'm going to see if we can stick ballistas and other things. I probably won't reach over this wall with it. Give it a try. And any towers though? Yeah, yeah, you're right, Jay. Probably need a slightly different functionality for it to work. Yeah, I'm tempted to make this its own item, you know, its own tower. So it's built for that kind of logic on its own. So we can, you know, it all works without colliding with itself and all that kind of stuff. Cool stuff though, that was very cool. So all these radar guys, so look at see if these are working. Yep. Yeah, Cat would be cool if you could just like use a ballista and it kind of like fire it from a first person angle, and then you have a cursor in your HUD and just like trying to aim it would be pretty sweet. Rather than, you know, so obviously that system's meant for trebuchets and mangonels, you know. They have kind of like curved arches to their projectiles. So yeah, it makes sense if you could just aim down sights with a ballista. That'd be pretty sweet. We'll see what we can do. We'll talk about it. Yeah, man, it doesn't have to be a ground target. It's just that's the kind of class we created at first, and then we just stuck it in. Because that's the type of actor we built. We built the trebuchets first, so. But yeah, we'll have to think about that. Yeah, I mean, it would require. It's a good point, Jay. It would have to require, like, yeah. I wouldn't give it the exact same feeling as a bolt. It would be really overpowered. I imagine if you could just like headshot a running, sprinting character. I would imagine like a little bit of delay on its rotation and stuff would probably suffice. Gonna equip the new armor and helmet so you guys can see. Anyone new joining the stream, guys, we're just messing around with a bit of development here. Got any questions, just drop them in the comment below. The chat window, and answering your questions. Get his full gear on the go here. Hey guys, new to stream, I'm just going to show you like the new items you can get from the Siege map. Let's give me berries. Go waste this high tier loot on a poor beggar. Alright, I'm gonna try this against our new pyro enemy. Just again, if you're new to stream, showing off some new. You can't be working on this a new enemy. Pyro enemy. Quickly see if we can kill this guy and then here he is. So yeah, it's kind of like a mid-distance kind of enemy, kind of keeps his distance and tries to oil bomb you. Currently working on this actually being an item as well, that you can actually, you know, he'll drop them, so you can actually use them yourself like a new projectile. Shield isn't working, it's fire. Come on. Oh, close range one. Filthy. Oh. Die. There you go. Ooh. Headshot. Okay, answer more questions. Yeah, incendiary bolts. Pretty cool to be able to like gather these guys' items and then combine it with a blister bolt or even an arrow, create a new hybrid ammo. An oil arrow, oil fire, bomb arrow. Sam, yeah, well, there's a bunch of chest armor. Difference in armor value is minimal. Anything other reducing weight and value. Yeah, I mean, we'll have a look at it. We're balancing the kind of weight cost of them, you know, pros and cons over all the armor, just so you get like a different playstyle and feel, bigger differences and things like that. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Yeah, cap over the rebalance and the armor. So yeah, we are working on. To be fair, we're working on a new armor system, but it's very early and not really super ready to talk about it. But it will evolve kind of like a layering system. So big combination of different bits and pieces. It'll be a lot more exciting to craft and wear and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, bits that break off. I'll let your imagination run wild on that one, but yeah, something big in the works for that. Definitely. Just like as a tease on that one, the AI currently have slightly new armor system started on them, where you can actually knock the helmet off and then you can start doing head damage to them afterwards. Right guys, I think I'll end the stream there. Thanks for dropping by. Again, this will be a weekly deal. We're going to try and do it every Saturday. We're currently working on an update that's coming out really soon, so hopefully have some information out within the next, hopefully end of tonight or tomorrow. I'm about that, so everyone can play the new system. That'll include the siege map and these new items and the new resource balancing stuff and new enemies and things like that. Everything I've showed in here, hopefully. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, guys. Thanks for the questions and stuff. That was a good one. This stream will be saved and uploaded to our YouTube channel. I will post a link to that somewhere. Great, yeah. Thanks for watching. See you later.